As the current administration in Nigeria gradually winds up for the emergence of a new political dispensation, Nigerians are identifying areas of administrative lapses in the current dispensation and their expectations from the incoming government in 2015. Out on the streets, there are no restrictions to their views. Top amongst them is the need for rapid improvements in the provision of electricity.
Without energy, the factories cannot be set up, they cannot be run properly, they cannot be run efficiently, they cannot be run cheaply. Look at what has happened. Some companies are leaving this country and going to Ghana. For example, Michelin left this country, it's now operating in Ghana.
If I'm to score Nigeria in terms of electricity, I'll score Nigeria 10 out of 100.
The people also want the current and incoming government in 2015 to realistically tackle corruption, which has become a hydra-headed monster.
Corruption is going to, sink this country if it is not addressed, by whatever government that is going to come in 2015 or whatever time that is going to be. Corruption. I mean, you see what is happening in the country today. You hear all the things, how people spend money, and those people who steal Nigerians' money, they still walk the streets of Nigeria without anything being done. Yeah, people who have been known to have stolen Nigerian money, being granted amnesty, and so forth and so on. And that does not, show a government that is ready or that is prepared to stamp out corruption.
Many workers are not well paid, for example. There's certain basic facilities that should be put in place so that people can avoid corruption. People should be able to own their own houses. People should be able to live in their own houses when they retire. And because of the inability of some people to build their houses, to provide for themselves, particularly when they retire, they are encouraged to resort to corrupt practices. And then they should try as much as possible to block all the revenue loopholes and leakages, which they all know. And two, the people who are corrupt, who are the people corrupt? We have to look at the people from the top.
Roles rehabilitation, job creation, and the protection of the rights of women are also on the front burner.
The roads should be mended all over so that we don't see killings all over again.
And another thing is that we should think of how to make the government very inexpensive. The current government we are operating on is too expensive. And another area we should address is in the area of accommodation. Majority of people are homeless. You might not know, but if you really check the statistics of people who actually have a home to stay, a lot of people stay with their friends or stay. So I can tell you that in the whole population of Nigeria, about 10 to 20% actually can boast of a home. The remaining part of the percent, about 80%, do not have a particular home. They can stay, they don't have a house. They are either attached with somebody or some are even staying on the streets.
What is uppermost in most politicians' minds now is the fact that they want to win elections. And winning elections is just, that's not where it stops. You have to really do that which you have told people you are going to do.
They should employ youth. They should engage with youth to see to it that youth gets employment. That is number one. Number two, those old people in the home, maybe they retired, you don't see them paying them pension money. It's very, very bad.
You cannot develop by ignoring 50% of the population. You must pay attention equally to both women and men. How can 2,000 or more women be dying out of every 100,000 giving life in Nigeria? We are hemorrhaging as a nation. We are dying slowly and killing our future. And we have to act now, not just policymakers, as household heads, as parents, as mothers, as fathers, as children ourselves. There's a role for everybody to play.
These views being outrightly expressed by Nigerians are expected to be used by journalists to set up an agenda for politicians coming in the next dispensation. For the NDR, Jacqueline Ogoh reporting.